Hello everyone. In this video I am going to discuss about the gross elasticity of demand. So what is elasticity of demand? We already discussed about that. Elasticity of demand, it is nothing but the responsiveness of change in demand because of change in the determinants of demand. And we have already seen that under elasticity of demand there are mainly three or four kinds of demands are there. One is price elasticity of demand, another one is income elasticity of demand, and cross elasticity of demand, and advertisement elasticity of demand. So in that, one type is cross elasticity of demand. So when it comes to cross elasticity of demand, we will be having three kinds of classifications. Okay, one is substitute goods, another one is complementary goods, and unrelated goods. So now first of all we will see what is cross elasticity of demand. So, cross elasticity of demand, it is the ratio of proportionate change in the quantity demanded of Y. So, quantity demanded of Y that changes Y to a given proportionate change in the price of related commodity X. So, when the prices of commodity X that changes, then the quantity demanded of commodity Y changes because these two goods are related. So cross elasticity of demand, that is going to measure the responsiveness of purchase of Y, how people purchase Y commodity if there is change which has taken place in the price of X commodity. It is the definition which is given by Liba-Sky. When it comes to the types of cross elasticity of demand, as we already discussed, there are three types. One is positive cross elasticity of demand, and negative cross elasticity of demand, and the one is zero cross elasticity of demand. So we will before going to that topic, we will see the formula for calculating cross elasticity of demand. So proportionate change in the quantity demanded of Y divided by proportionate change in the price of X. So if the price of X changes by this much percentage, what will be the change in the demand? That was explained here. Another formula for calculating elasticity of demand is delta Qx divided by delta Py into Py divided by Qx. Here delta Qx means change in the quantity demanded of X, and delta Py means change in the price of commodity Y, and Py means the original price of commodity Y, and Qx means the original quantity demanded of X. Now we will see one of the question which is related to cross elasticity of demand. So we can see in the question that prices of commodity Y, it is initially 25. That is, initial price is our PY. So this is PY. PY is 25. So then we will be having price 20 which is declined. Okay, after that it becomes 20, and we can see that here quantity demanded of X is initially 3, so that is our QX. So then the quantity demanded has also declined, that become 2. So now how to calculate it? How to calculate cross elasticity of demand? So delta Q X first we have to calculate. So it is nothing but 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So then we have to calculate delta Py, which is nothing but 25 minus 20, which is equal to 5. So you know that the Py is 25 and Qx is 3. So now we will go for applying the formula. So now what is the formula? Delta Qx divided by delta Py into Py divided by Qx. This is our formula, and we know what is delta Qx. We already calculated, that is 1. Here delta qx is 1 and delta py is 5. So we will substitute this amount in formula. So what is delta qx? That is 1. So write down here 1 by price is delta py, it is 5. And what is py? That is original price, which we already discussed, that is 25, and qx is 3. So you can see here py is py is 25 and qx is 3. So substitute that amount here. So if you simplify, 5 ones are 5 fives are, so 3 ones are you will get, then 2 remains, you have to put here 1 point. So 1 point, then 20 it will become, so 6, so if you calculate it, it will go like 666, so 67, 1.67 will be our answer. So here you can see that when the price of y has reduced, the quantity demanded of qx is also reduced. So it is an example of substitute goods, that is positive cross elasticity of demand. So now we will see the different types of cross elasticity of demand. In that, first one is positive cross elasticity of demand. When goods are substitute of each other, then cross elasticity of demand is positive. So here they are saying that in case of substitute goods, cross elasticity of demand is positive. Here, when an increase in the price of y leads to an increase in the demand of x. So when the prices of commodity y has been increased, there will be increase in the quantity demanded or demand of x commodity. So that was said by this positive cross elasticity of demand. So what is the example? So increase in the prices of tea, that may lead to increase in the demand of coffee. So when prices of tea increases, the quantity demanded of coffee, that is going to increase. So here you can see the positive relationship. So you can see here in the diagram, so ox axis represent quantity of x commodity and oy axis represent price of y commodity, and here op is the initial price and om is the initial quantity demanded. So op1 is the increase in the price of y commodity, and you can see that om1, which is increase in the quantity demanded of x commodity. So then next type of cross elasticity of demand is the negative cross elasticity of demand. In case of complementary products, we can see the cross elasticity of demand, which is negative. So a proportionate increase in the price of one commodity leads to proportionate fall in the demand of another commodity, because both are demanded jointly. It happens when the commodity are demanded jointly. For example, car and fuel, or tea powder as well as sugar. So if the commodities are demanded jointly, then we are saying it as complementary goods, and if there is increase in the price of one commodity, there will be fall in the demand of another commodity. So that was said by negative cross elasticity of demand. So in the diagram we can see that quantity demanded of x is measured in ox axis, and price of commodity y, that was measured in y axis. So that is p is the initial price and m is the initial quantity demanded. When price of y commodity has been increased, quantity demanded of y commodity x commodity has been reduced. So here in case of complementary goods, we can see the downward sloping demand curve. When it comes to substitute goods, we can see a positive slope, that is upward sloping of demand curve, that we can see. Last type of cross elasticity of demand is zero cross elasticity of demand. Here cross elasticity of demand is zero. When two goods are not at all related, then we are saying that cross elasticity of demand of such goods are zero. So increase in the prices of car does not affect the demand of clothes, because the car and clothes are not at all related. So thus cross elasticity of demand is zero. So here in the diagram we can see that OX axis, in that they are going to measure quantity demanded and price is measured on OY axis, and DD is the demand curve, which is vertical straight line. So here cross elasticity is zero. So this is about today's video. Thank you for watching this video.